You don't have to be perfect, you just need to begin. Have you ever felt stuck, even though you know exactly what needs to be done? Some days you wake up full of motivation, ready to change your habits, your body, your life, but by nightfall you're scrolling through your phone, lost in distraction. Why does this happen? Are we broken, or are we trying to live the wrong way? Maybe the problem isn't you. Maybe the problem is this invisible pressure to be perfect. The idea that unless it's big, flawless, or impressive, it's not worth doing. But what if the real path is the opposite? What if the beauty is found in what's broken, slow, or not quite ready? Today, I want to show you how imperfection and simplicity are not weaknesses. They're the quiet keys that can transform your life, without stress, without burnout, and without losing yourself. Take a deep breath. Let's walk together the lie that you need to be perfect to begin. Most people aren't stuck because they're lazy. They're stuck because they believe that if they can't do it right, they shouldn't do it at all. That belief is like an invisible anchor. It keeps you frozen in fear, ashamed to start messy, scared of not being enough. But Tao teaches us, rivers don't wait to be perfect before they flow. They just move, bending around rocks, carving through obstacles, adjusting to the terrain. Nature doesn't force, it trusts the process. You can too. The magic doesn't lie in waiting for the perfect time. It lies in moving even when the step feels small. So next time your mind says, not yet, ask, what if now is exactly the right time? Even tired, even unsure, small action already changes your path. An imperfect step is worth more than a perfect plan never lived. When life feels like too much, make it smaller. You're not tired of life, you're tired of the way you're trying to live it. Most goals don't crush us because they're hard. They crush us because they're too big. It's like trying to cross the ocean without learning how to float. Your brain panics and searches for easier escapes. In Taoism, there's a quiet wisdom. If something feels heavy, break it down. Want to write a book? Start with one sentence. Want to change your health? Start with a glass of water. The smallest effort might seem pointless, but it's how mountains are moved. One stone at a time. You don't have to conquer the world today. You just need to win the next minute, consciously, and repeat. Because in the end, it's not the size of the step that transforms you. It's the fact that you keep taking one more. Simplicity in routine is stronger than willpower. Here's the hard truth. You can't trust motivation every day. It fades, it fails. But you can trust what's part of your ritual. Routines are like tracks. Once you're on them, the train moves forward, even if the conductor is tired. This is Wu Wei, the Taoist principle of effortless action. It doesn't mean doing nothing. It means moving with less resistance. Simple routines are like placing your boat on the right current. Lay out your running shoes, put your journal by your bed, prep your morning water. These tiny moves seem meaningless until they become part of who you are. Stop relying on random sparks to change your life. Build the ground that carries you on stormy days. Peace doesn't come from luck, it comes from quiet structure you choose to repeat. The power of just 2 minutes. You don't need to run a marathon, you just need to tie your shoes and walk out the door. The biggest trap is thinking you must do a lot to start. But in truth, it's starting that gives you the energy to continue. What stops you isn't the action itself, it's the weight of the expectation. In Tao, the first movement contains the whole transformation. That first tiny push is everything. The 2-minute rule works because it tricks your fear. Just 2 minutes, then I can stop. But once you start, something inside shifts. You realize I can do this, and that awakens the spark. When everything feels overwhelming, choose the smallest gesture. Read one page, clean one corner, write one sentence. That tiny push is like rolling a ball downhill. The hard part is starting, then momentum takes over. Beauty isn't in the ideal, it's in the real. Maybe what's holding you back isn't laziness, but shame. Shame that it won't look right, that it won't be good enough. We live in a culture that only shows finished products and polished moments, and so we hide our messy drafts, choking on dreams we're too afraid to live out loud. But Tao shows us something deeper. Wabi Sabi is the name for the beauty found in imperfection. The chipped cup, the cracked surface, the asymmetry that tells a story. Don't run from your flaws, embrace them. They are your fingerprints and proof that you lived, stumbled, and kept going. You don't have to be flawless to be worthy. You just need to be honest about who you're trying to become. Even your rough drafts are still art. And sometimes the smudged pages carry more soul than the final piece. In silence, simplicity reveals itself. Have you noticed how loud the world has become? Notifications, comparisons, deadlines, expectations, all screaming at once. And in the chaos, you start to believe you need to do more, have more, be more. But maybe what you really need is less. In Taoism, emptiness has as much value as fullness. Still water reflects clearly. Bamboo grows in silence. When you quiet the noise, something ancient awakens. Your breath, your rhythm, your intuition. Simplicity isn't the absence of action, it's presence in what truly matters. So next time the world pushes you to rush, pause, breathe, feel, ask yourself, is this mine or just noise I picked up from others? The peace you seek isn't far away. It's buried under the clutter, and it begins with silence. Gentle consistency is what changes everything. Most people quit not because they're weak, but because they try to change everything at once. They want to transform their life in a week, reshape their body in 10 days, become a new person overnight. And when that fails, because it will, they spiral into shame and give up. But in Tao, change doesn't come from force. It comes from repetition. Kaizen means continuous small improvement. One soft adjustment today, another tomorrow, until one day you realize you're not who you used to be. And you didn't burn out getting there. You don't need to become a monk or a genius. You just need to take one steady step every day. True transformation isn't loud, it's quiet, rhythmic, and light. Like the bamboo, it doesn't force its growth, but it grows every day. You can begin. Again, simply right now. Sometimes what you need isn't a new plan, it's permission. Permission to start small, to do it your way, to not follow someone else's map. And most of all, permission to begin again, even if yesterday was a mess. In Taoism, the river doesn't feel guilty for overflowing in the summer. It simply returns to its path when it can, and flows on. No drama, no shame, no need for a perfect comeback. Life is made of cycles, setbacks, and new beginnings. Simplicity is understanding that mistakes aren't the end. They're part of the journey. So begin again, with wrinkled clothes, a little fear, and a heart that's still healing. You don't need to look strong, you just need to be real. Your next life begins the moment you stop hiding behind perfection. Life doesn't demand grand gestures from you, it just asks for presence. One breath, one honest step, one small act of self-kindness. The beauty of imperfection and simplicity is this. It reminds you that you already have everything you need to begin. Even if it's slow, even if it's messy. If this video spoke to your heart, like and comment with, "I'm starting again." Subscribe to DaoDaily for more reflections like this, and help us keep this message alive. Because a simple life isn't a small one, it's a deep one.